good friend of mine, Jason Hines, he was formerly at Neal's Yard Dairy. He's like, he's really big in the UK dairy industry. He coins it as eating with purpose. He coins it. He says eat with purpose. If you can afford to, and you understand, the systems in place around food, you have the choice to eat with purpose. You can make a difference where you spend your money. And again, we talked to the Wild Farm guys about this. People that buy our wholemeal loaf of bread are helping to make a huge impact in how our farming systems evolve in the coming years.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And that's really important because, for people who are concerned about about climate change and carbon, the carbon crisis. I feel like I'm overusing this word today, but to consider our farming systems is actually a huge part of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And so what you're telling us is basically bread is also a part of that.
Bread is a part of it. It's one of the biggest parts of it because bread is so reliant on land. It really is. We've got enough land in the UK to produce as much wheat as we need, really, of the quality that we need for bread. But it's looking after the soil. Our rivers and seas are polluted, and the health of the nation, the health of the civilized world is deteriorating, rapidly year on year, and they're starting to come around to the fact that actually it's this, the farming system that may be causing that. It's broken. It's breaking humans.
Yeah. So baking aside, and because you mentioned Wild Farm, obviously, when you took me to the baker's meet
Sure.
a few weeks ago, where I got to meet everyone, and Andy and George were giving speeches, and I have to say, as a friend and also as a customer, it was really wonderful to see you in that environment and to those meet and greets and those networking, because there's a lot of that right now of bakers, suppliers, farmers, real change makers that gather together to kind of put their heads together and find solutions and engage and start conversations. It was really wonderful to see you in that environment, because I don't know if it's like your teaching background and your passion about sharing wisdom, but
it's just I don't know, it's something that I want to be interested in. It wasn't always that case. When we started, I was just trying to make nice bread.
Right.
I didn't have my eye on the other side of that.
And make a living for your family.
Yeah. I really didn't have my eye on the finer details of farming, and grain, and
or the entire
pollution.
Ecosystem of it. Yeah.
But the more you go down the line, and actually, we made the decision that we do want to do better. So how can we do better? Yeah, we could go organic, but it takes us back to shipping grain across the UK. Well, that's when it came from two different places. Two different friends of mine. They were like, this guy's moved in up the road. He's got a National Trust farm. He's doing really exciting stuff. And that was right at the time where I was thinking, I need to do more. I need to do better. And that fit really well.
Yeah.
Engaging with those guys, and just seeing what they're doing, and actually going, clicking and saying.
And it's really cool because it's really an environment and a community that's very collaborative.
Yeah, sure.
And I think everybody, like we were talking about, those who take and don't give back versus those who are really engaged and who want to give back.
Yeah.
So actually on that note, I kind of know a little bit the answer, but I know that you are a very natural leader and an incredible techer. Do you want to share with us what's the next evolution for Sourdough Revolution?
Yeah, so sure. We've where we're sitting now. This is a new extension to the bakery.
Beautiful extension.
We've got this beautiful extension. We've got views down to the Thames, and again, it's like with the cost of everything spiraling so out of control. Is wholesale bread really the right way for us to go?
Yeah.
because the profit margins, you run a business because you want to make a little bit of money. Let's face it. But what we found, the margins on wholesale bread are quite slim. So how can we supplement the business in a better way that doesn't involve buying tons of flour,
right,
using kilowatts of electricity, and having to fill up vans with diesel to move bread around,
and still, I guess, staying close to your values too,
and stay close. Stay close to the values and be in this space. And so what we're planning on doing here is to set up a little bakery school. We'll start bringing people in and teaching them how to make bread and how to make pastries, and there's all kinds of courses that we'll probably run. English cooking, how to
Who's going to do that? You're going to do that?
Yeah, I'm going to run it. I'm going to run the course. So I've got a little bit of experience, with courses anyway, through working with Daryl back at Time all the way at the beginning. We're just going to start bringing people in and chatting about bread and making some nice bread.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I hope that I know we're going to come back and probably do a second episode, and this time you'll talk to us about the school.
Well, actually, hopefully the school will be set up by then. We are, Vix and I, we're expecting another baby in October. We're renovating the house. Fourth one. We're totally ripping and renovating the house. So
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, everything's tumultuous at the moment. So the bakery school is currently filled with our worldly possessions.
Yeah. So it's like everything's kind of like chaining on to the next. Once the house is ready to move back in, then you'll be able to set up the school properly. And
that's right. Yeah. And then see where it takes us. We've got an amazing location here. We're very lucky with that. We've got a really good network now of people from Andy up at Wild Farm to Clarkson down the road. We've got this great network of people that we can work with.
Yeah. And Letchade is a lovely town. I mean, with Tim's new restaurant that opened up, and
it's a buzzing little town. Letchade is the highest navigable point on the Thames. So barges can't really get further than Letchade. And so it's taken a few years, but it is becoming a more sort of a more buzzy town.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's good.
Obviously, it's cool. We live here.
Yeah.
Or sort of. I half live here.
Yeah. So there is one last thing that I would like to add. Like our business, Sourdough Revolution, has always just been about making nice bread.
Yeah.
That's it. Like we just want to carry on making nice loaves of bread, and if people want to buy that bread, then it's fantastic. But some people can't afford it, and that's fine. And some people want to use other suppliers, and that's fine. But our ethos for our business is really that we just want to make nice bread, and if we can down the line take better steps to make that nice bread better bread, then we will. So we're working with regenerative farmers, adding more whole grains, all those types of things to make it better. But that's us. That's our business. Yeah. We just want to make nice bread, and if
bread that gives back.
Yeah, and if you guys like it, great. Not everyone will, but that's okay as well.